Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Football Corner with Shreyas, where we just don't tell you what happened. We show you why and how it happened. This is episode 4, and today we're going to review the final group standings with the focus on groups A, B, and C and how the matches went. As I mentioned, groups A, B, and C are done. The first teams are through to the round of 32. And there are some tactical stories underneath the scorelines that we saw yesterday. A host that never conceded. A Canadian side that made history without its best player on the pitch. And an Ancelotti-led Brazil quietly finding its gear. Let's go. Let's start with Mexico. Mexico topped the group with a perfect 9 points and 3 clean sheets. And the way they did it matters. This wasn't just a low block and a sit-back approach style of play. Look at the opening night goal against South Africa. Svelelo Sitole takes a loose touch on the outside of his own box. Eric Lira is already there to nick it, and Julian Quinones rolls it home. That's a pressing trap. Mexico kept those clean sheets by winning the ball high and not by sitting deep. Much harder to do and much more impressive. The Group A shock for me was definitely South Korea. Needing a result in their final game, their manager left Son Heung-min on the bench and lost 1-0. South Africa grabbed the second spot. Tactically, the entire thing baffles me. When you have to break down a deep, organized block of a team, and you want your best runner and the most experienced star player from minute 1 and not from minute 60 onwards. South Africa got a beautiful win. South Korea right now are just praying for a best third spot finish, which is still very much a possibility for them. So, Mexico, through and convincing. South Africa, the surprise runner-up, and they get to face Canada in LA. Hold that thought. This is the one, and here's the fact that frames it. Canada did it all without Alphonso Davies, their best player, out the whole group stage with a hamstring injury. Jesse Marsch's identity for me is the key. This is not a possession team. It's a vertical transition team. Press to win the ball high, and the instant you win it, go forward fast into the spaces behind where Jonathan David and Kyle Larin are already running. This is a team that does not want 60% of the ball possession. They are just looking for those 3 to 5 seconds right after they take it from you. Watch the 6-0 win over Qatar and you see the model in miniature. Larin gambling on a rebound, David's first-time volley, then a last-man foul on Buchanan that VAR deems it as outside the box, straight red card, and a man-down Qatar just hands a pressing team more spaces to actually run into. But the moment that actually defined that night for me wasn't just a goal. Just past the hour mark, midfielder Ismail Kone went down in a challenge that Marsch described as something you could hear the snap from the bench, carried off on a stretcher on oxygen. And what did Canada do with it? His replacement, Nathan Saliba, curled it the most beautiful free kick just minutes later and held Kone's shirt from Vancouver. That is the image that is there in my head. Tempers boiled over in that match. There was a full touchline melee between Marsch and Lopetegui, squaring up. This was a young team turning a gut punch into a statement. The honest footnote for me, Qatar were a shambles. 2 shots all game, down to 9 men. So it was more of Qatar imploding as Canada soaring. But still, the first World Cup win this country has ever had. And on a night like that, they'll take it. Like I said, the scoreline is inflated like by a shambolic 9-man Qatar. The real warning for me came in the game 1, the 1-1 draw with Bosnia, where Canada got outdone by a near post corner routine. The defense is the soft spot for me, especially at set pieces. let's come to Switzerland. Switzerland won the group, unbeaten, and they are the exact opposite of Canada. Murat Yakin wants control. He has Xhaka and Freuler screening, compact, no risks. But what was the tactical adjustment that they did to beat Canada? Honestly, it wasn't, for me, I don't think it was a magic halftime, a manager speech or something. It was just two things. One, selection. Yakin made 4 changes and handed 20-year-old Johan Manzambi his first start after the Freiburg kid came off the bench to score twice against Bosnia. He injected a direct line-breaking playmaker sort of a game into the playing 11. 2, they punished all of Canada's lapses. The opener came 40 seconds after the break. Switzerland switched the play. Canada's backline just slid far too across the ball, and Vargas was left completely alone, unmarked at the far post to finish Manzambi's beautiful cross. A concentration slip. The second, on the 57th minute, was pure game state football. To get the equalizer, Canada started pushing up a lot of their players up forward, including their defenders. And at a point of time, I think there was just one outfield player protecting their goalkeeper and the back line. So this gave Switzerland the exact space they craved. Mbolo held up a beautiful long ball, fed Manzambi, and who drilled it home. It finished 2-1. By the way, what a player, this guy, Manzambi. Watch out for him. He's going to be there for many, many years. Promised David's last volley off the bench, a little too late. Canada still went through second on goal difference. And that's where the 6-0, I feel, paid off. 4 plus versus Bosnia's to -1 goal difference. It was the math that put them through into the last 32. Now, they get South Africa in LA. And if Alphonso Davies is fit to start, you're adding your best transition weapon to a model that already works. Now let's move to Group C. Group C came down to defending. Brazil and Morocco both finished on 7 points, separated by goal difference. But the story is what Carlo Ancelotti is building. He told us the philosophy himself, and it's the most un-Brazilian thing you'll ever hear. The goal is not to play well, it's to win. Win the World Cup, we played well. Don't, we played really bad. Pure pragmatist, and the group was a deliberate tuning for that. A flat 1-1 with Morocco, then a 3-0 win over Haiti, and then a 3-0 win over Scotland, which he called the side's most complete display. 6 unanswered goals, 2 clean sheets in the back half. He is just peaking the engine for the knockouts. Vinícius Júnior is the headline for me, and Ancelotti is the reason. The stat that stops you cold. 6 goals in 39 games under his old Brazil coaches. 7 in 13 under Ancelotti, his former Madrid boss, who gives him the exact isolated left side role he thrives in. He scored in all the 3 group games, only the 5th Brazilian ever to do that after Jairzinho, Romario, Ronaldo and Rivaldo. Know this, Brazil won the trophy every one of those years. His brace against Scotland showed both sides of Vinícius Júnior. A transition finish of a Scottish error and then a beautiful back post header arriving just in time in the box. 4 goals, man of the match 3 times, right in the golden boot race. And then the moment Miami waited for. Neymar, 76th minute, his first Brazil appearance in 918 days. First international football since October 2023 after the knee injury and the calf that benched him for the first 2 games. The ovation was enormous. Honestly, it felt more symbolic rather than tactical. A fully fit Neymar behind Vinícius as a dual threat coming off the bench is a problem that most managers would love to have. And let's not forget the supporting cast either. Bruno Guimaraes has been the actual standout for me. A 2 assists against Scotland, drifting flank to flank. Cunha got his third of the tournament. Alisson has kept back-to-back clean sheets. Are Brazil outright favourites? Not certain. Morocco showed that they can be frustrated by a disciplined block. But a pragmatic Ancelotti, a transformed Vini, a clean sheet, that's a team trending upward at the right time. And that's the most dangerous thing in football. Just a quick word on the rest. Morocco remained the masters of the low block counter. That's how you take 7 points from a group that has Brazil in it. And Scotland, back at the World Cup after 27 years, ran into the 2 best defensive setups at the worst possible time. And now they sit on the 3rd place bubble. That's groups A, B and C. Mexico's front foot wall, Switzerland's structure, Ancelotti's Brazil trending up with Vini flying and Neymar back, and our Canada into the knockouts of a World Cup for the first time ever. Without their best player. June 28th, LA, Canada versus South Africa. I cannot wait. So if you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe and send it to the friend who argues formations with you. That's a wrap for episode 4, and until next time, watch the space in behind, respect the low block, and I'll see you in the corner. See you guys.